Heard somebody say, turn up, show up, blow up, okay? Welcome to another episode of Self-Employed Success Secrets Monday edition with me, your host Marcus. On today's episode, we're going to talk about why showing up is only one half of the battle, okay? You probably heard that quote before that says 80% of success is showing up. And that's a quote from Woody Allen, very successful actor. It is good advice. I've learned that in my own life when you show up that you're more likely to just get what you want just by being present. They say the early bird catches the worm is true. For example, in my own life, a client I have now is a chocolate company. I got their business by just going to their house and dropping off my resume, and that was it. And then the other guy didn't show up. So I showed up and the other guy didn't show up. So it just goes to show that these things are true. But why does this matter for you is because much of life is like a puzzle, and you got to be able to put together different people, places, and things for it to work. And this information is going to help you to put that puzzle together so your life ends up being better. Okay. And that today's secret is, I'm going to give you the second half of the quote, is that showing up is only half the battle, but being on time is the other half. Okay. As they say, timing is everything. Okay. If you're not on time, there's no time, nothing else really exists. And so if you're going to be successful, you gotta push. Okay. You got to understand that you got to not only be present and be aware of what's happening, but also be able to come back and see that, hey, am I here at the right time? Remember, the right thing at the wrong time is the wrong thing. Okay. So as you're living your life, keep that in mind. Timing is truly everything. Timing is everything. We're also going to combine that with the fact, interdigitate with the fact that, hey, I've got to make sure that I'm showing up. Okay. If you don't show up, nothing's going to happen. Okay. Also, too, stay tuned for the very end for a surprise. I hope this video helps you on your self-employment journey to understand that you've not only got to show up, but you've got to be there at the right time. And if you're just starting out, going to events is a fantastic way to get clients just by showing up. I got my first few clients by going to the Freelancers Union in Atlanta and just literally showing up and talking to people. And that was it. Hey, I do bookkeeping. I can help you. You're going to need bookkeeping to file your taxes. You're going to need bookkeeping to know your progress, things like that. And so that's what really happened. But also, there's three aspects to being on time. You literally have to think about that as you're being self-employed, is that you got to actually be there on time. Okay, you got to get there at the right time, and you got to deliver things on time. Okay, those are the three aspects of being on time, and that pretty much covers every aspect you're going to have when you're facing that. But it's like, just be aware that as you're growing, these are the aspects that you got to keep in mind, along with a whole bunch of other stuff, like focusing on meaning instead of money, focusing on what they need more than what you want, things like that. They're all going to add up, and that concatenation, as we talk about, all these videos kind of weave together. Remember, it's like your life is like a puzzle. You got to put all the pieces together. And so you got to understand there's two aspects when it comes to showing up, and the battle that you're fighting is being there and then being there at the right time. Okay, remember the three aspects of being on time is making sure you're actually there on time. If you have a meeting at 8:30, be there at 8:30 or before. You got to being there at the right time to help them in the grand scheme of their life. Like if they just got rid of their dentist, you come in as the right dentist, and then being able to deliver on time. If you can do those three things, you should be fine. It's hard. A lot of boxes have to intersect for you to get to where you're trying to go. And this is why I make these videos, because to help you, okay, to understand that it's hard and there's real things you got to do. There's a lot of people who have to end up quitting their self-employment venture because they don't know these things. And it's very hard. It's just a different world being self-employed. I want to be able to help you to come out of that, okay? And know that you kind of hold the key to your success and getting more of it, okay? And now we're on to our surprise. Is that this is a good selling tip when you got to sell products, is that keep three things in mind, okay? People want to know how much it costs, what they're going to get from you, and when they can expect it from you, okay? That goes back to our timing aspect. Remember, when you're selling something, everybody has to sell something. So there's three things: is what they're going to get from you, when they're going to get it, and how much it's going to cost, okay? And that goes back to our communication. If you know this is a successful business, you have to keep 12 things in mind kind of all the time. It was that matrix I made. If you watch this video, you got to understand the 7 elements of excellence is being first class, fast, full, fun, fresh, friendly, and fantastic. And then on top of that, you have to be able to give results with the 7 characteristics or 6 characteristics of its quality. It's fast, it's communicative, it's convenient, it's consistent, and it's cost effective. Okay, so hopefully as you're walking towards being self-employed, or you're transitioning from working at a company, is that doing these things will help you, but showing up is only half the battle, and being on time is the other half. Okay, and remember, lastly, as always, unsuccessful people make decisions based on their current situations, but successful people, you hopefully make decisions based on where you want to be. Okay, thank you so much.